and there's a huge role that the solar flash is playing. And I understand that there is going to be an event. So the one thing is solar flares that we get in between, but there is going to be a big event where it is going to propel our awakening and ascension as a collective in a major way. So can you talk a little bit about the role of the sun and the solar flares and solar flash?
Yes. What I've been shown, so lately I've been connecting with the consciousness of Three-Eye Atlas, and I've been shown that nothing is by mistake. And it's divine perfection that Three-Eye Atlas, and also we've got another consciousness called R2 Swan. These two beings of consciousness have entered into our solar system. They're interstellar objects, or, whatever scientists or researchers want to call them, a comet, or, those are all names and understandings, but it's consciousness that has entered into our solar system, and it's consciousness that's come from another place outside of our solar system, and at the most perfect divine timing. And so we've had R2 Swan that's been in the energy of the sun, that's roundabout nearer towards mid to 20th of October. R2 Swan will come out from the sun's effect, and Three-Eye Atlas will go behind the sun and will be the consciousness of our sun with the consciousness of Three-Eye Atlas is going to beam us energy upgrades, and there are going to be some flashes of solar light. So those who are ready for these upgrades will have an experience. And this is going to be towards the end of October. And so we've got this huge, incredible opportunity to work with ourselves and work with the sun and work with consciousness expansion. So what it's going to do is people might feel, hear, see, experience beyond the five senses. So start to see energy and light, start to sense and feel what this reality is really made up of, and see beyond particle and form. So it's helping us to access our senses through the heart. Yeah. And for those who aren't ready, consciousness only wants to support us at the level of readiness that we are ready for. So if people aren't fully ready for this amount of light that can come in at the end of October, that's also okay. They will receive it as small flickerings of little bits of light, and that can help them wherever they're at. So each person will receive an energetic upgrade based on their current vibration at the end of October, with the connection of consciousness of Three-Eye Atlas and our sun. So what I also understand is that it's not going to activate a 3 days of darkness afterwards, but rather that it has the potential to affect technology, telecommunications. Some areas might be affected with blackouts, but it doesn't feel like a global blackout is needed. Based off the current trajectory of consciousness and the collective, we seem to have shifted that prediction. So the prediction of the 3 days of darkness, that prediction, it's in the field, it exists in a timeline, it could still happen. But what I'm talking about with this solar flash in October, it doesn't feel like it's followed by the whole world going through 3 days of darkness. It feels more like pockets. And it feels like a wonderful opportunity to be able to come into our heart and remember the true light that we are. So what I feel about Three-Eye Atlas is this divine, feminine, loving energy that's entered our solar system, working together with the masculine energy of our sun to create an opportunity for us to have more of the divine feminine, which means that we are able to be more of the spirit and the light that we are while we have our human experience.
Wow. And it's in October end. That is like literally coming now. So what
Yeah.
can people do to be ready to get that kind of light, the massive shift, massive upgrade? What can we do?
It's about self-love. So there's been a pattern running on our earth for so long that there's this part of us that doesn't think we're worthy, that puts us down, that doesn't allow the natural state of love to be fully present in the body. And so it's that part that we can work with, recognize if in your own life, and breathe in the light and breathe out those patterns. And what will happen is you'll feel more love in your heart, which means we'll have less judgment of others, less. It's interesting. What the angels are bringing through right now is they're saying comparison, like we compare ourselves to someone, we think they're better. No one's better. There's no one in a higher place than another. We are all from the same source. We really are all that one ocean of energy. We are consciousness having trillions of different unique experiences. And that has been something very hard for us to energetically understand. Intellectually, the mind can go, yeah, okay, I believe that. But believing it isn't enough. Believing it means we're still in the level of the mind. It's about knowing the truth. And so 3i Atlas has entered into our field to bring this heart opening. And so anything that's like, like a heart wall, like a wall, a blockage, a mental pattern, a conditioning that is stopping you from knowing and feeling and vibrating in this, can be dissolved while 3i Atlas is here. And so pay attention to how your own mind speaks to you, and dissolve the way in which it speaks to you by being aware of it, just in the recognizing of its bad habits of speaking to you cruel and in a harsh way. By recognizing it, you're no longer feeding it, which means it can't continue. Those patterns can't continue. So you recognize it, and you sometimes you can just even go like this: no, that's not the way we speak to me. I'm going to be kinder to me. I'm consciously becoming more aware of the way in which I speak and care for myself. And no, that's not a way anymore. And so this is the work that we're being guided to do, so that we can have more of like a timeline jump and a quantum field leap with the support of 3i Atlas and the Sun connection. And the beautiful thing is that 3i Atlas has already gone past Mars. I don't know if anyone felt this, but earlier in the month of October, it was strong ego, like strong solar plexus contractions, and so much fear, worry, doubt, like uncontrollable. And that was meant to be seen and come up to the surface and be dissolved. That's what 3i Atlas activated as it went past Mars. It's going to be going past Venus next year, which is going to activate a lot of the heart. So we've got time to dissolve those heart blockages and receive all that 3i Atlas is here to bring us.
So even if some people are not ready in October, they can still keep receiving smaller upgrades, and then they can receive a bigger one again in 2026, is what I understand.
Exactly.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That is big.
Yeah.